Alright, here we are, here we go. Alright, so. Hello everybody. I have some extra time today, so I figured, why not? I'll just go ahead and stream today as well. And I'm just streaming the same tin, because, why not? So, this is me, this is here, I am, and stuff. This is a gun. It's kind of like steampunk, kind of retro futuristic, all kinds of stuff right here. I like the vibe that it's giving off. We got, oh, what's up, Hip? Welcome to the stream. We got this robot. I like how it looks, but it doesn't really fit the vibe that I'm going for. So I think I'm going to redo that cleaner bot, like right now. Alright. Thing seems to be lagging a bit. That is fine. Alright, so got a tree right there. And there comes, this is all kinds of different, whatchamacallit, styles. And oh yeah, this wasn't here last time, but like, I'm thinking about it from the perspective of these lizards also being here and like doing this, building this technology. Because in the animation that I'm making, Cryptic Adventures with Chloe and Caleb, these are actually lizard men. These are specifically the ones that like to be nudists. And they're just here making technology. And they are the reasons humans got basically wiped out. Because Chloe and Caleb, they're the last humans alive. So, let's go ahead and do this. I could use that as a baseline, but nah. Alright, so let's just do this. I'm just gonna have like it go kind of random. Like that's an interesting looking shape. Let's erase a bit of this right here. I like the fin, so I'm just going to trace around here and just get rid of this head part. And it's not really a fin, it's well, kinda, yeah, it's a fin, but not really. You know what I mean. Alright, so it's kind of like a dorsal fin. Don't really know how to word it, but it's a whole tin. Just so you know. Alright, so. Alright, let's see, am I being heard? I seem to be. Let me actually listen to it and see for sure. Yep, I am. Alright, so. Oh well. Alright, so. So, let's see, where was I going? Right. But there was a show that I remember watching called Lost in Space. I don't remember how the robot looks in that. Hey, I got a new map on Premiere. Alright, that's great. I'll check it out after the stream. So right now, like, I'm redoing this robot because I like how it looks, but it just doesn't quite match the vibe I'm looking for. So I'm going to just redo it. And I kind of like this. It kind of looks like a duck, but it also looks a little bit lizard-like how I'm going for. But yeah, I'll check it out pretty soon. Alright, so we got this right here. And I'm going to go with the same, like, neon kind of look to it. Actually, no, let's make it yellow. Because with these lizard men, they are very narcissistic. So, I'm gonna just have it be kind of like that. And it premieres in 23 minutes. Alright. But yeah, I want to see like how it would look kind of like this, and I think that would be pretty cool, like pretty rustic. I also added this tin. It's way too complicated for animation though. I like to keep it kind of simple. Now, if I knew for certain that wasn't going to be in animated form at all, then I would gladly just draw it as complicated as I feel I can make it. Oh, and this is like a really old version of the lizard that I drew a long time ago. I actually drew it on a forest stream like 2 or maybe 3 years ago. But yeah, I had this series planned for a long, long time. And I'm working on an updated version. Alright, so. Oh, let me just. That, and there we go. Alright, so. How are things with you today, Matty Joe? I think I should probably move this over a little bit. In fact, first things first, let's move this guy down. Alright, that's good. And alright, that's probably fine there now that it's moved. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so let's have it go kind of like this. Doing good, just waiting on my new map to premiere and hoping people join watching a stream on my phone. Alright. Well, I'll join this new map. Alright, so we got this right here. I think that's good like that. Right now I'm like making something kind of like this. He kind of looks like an evil, like, Daffy Duck or something like that. And I'm kind of liking it so far. This guy is basically a replacement for a Roomba. A Roomba is a little mechanical robot that cleans stuff for you. So we got all of that right here. Let's add just a little bit of that by connecting it right there to loop around a bit. Oh, also, rules of the map are in the description. If you join, please read the rules carefully. Will do. Alright, so. But yeah, I like participating in those maps that you make. It's a nice time. That's actually, since this is kind of like lizard-like, let's actually add kind of like a tail to it. Oh yeah, that would be funny. Because like I want a running team to this to be like relatively useless technologies. So I'm going to have its tail basically be kind of like a plug. Now I don't have any items with like this kind of plug near me, so I'm just guesstimating from memory. But it looks kind of like this and like that. Right, that's a bit too thick right there. This may be a little bit too long, but that's fine. Alright, so we got this right here. I'm gonna give this a similar green color scheme too. So you can probably see the uselessness of this too, but let me point it out to y'all. So as you can see, the plug is always hidden behind it, and it's a cleaner robot. So whenever it's done, it automatically goes and tries to charge itself up. So with it constantly cleaning stuff, and with the stuff that it's cleaning being cleaning with a mop, it's going to constantly get that plug wet. Now, does it have a solution to drying off the plug? No, it's dumb. So what it does is immediately plugs the wet plug right into the plug-in tin, the outlet, I believe you call it. And then, you know what it will do? It will blow the heck up, or it will catch the house on fire. And due to the terms and conditions on this tin, they are not liable for any damages to the customer's house. So that's the way it's gonna be in that universe. This company is constantly screwing over the people. And then, finally, they screwed them over so hard that nothing is left in existence. Well, not nothing. All of the humans got wiped out, but Caleb and Chloe, they are the last ones. So yeah, that is basically what I'm going for with that. And let's actually edit this right here. Because this wouldn't really be seen in the animation itself. Like, this robot is going to be in the animation, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be, like, a bit different. So, what I'm thinking of is it goes up and down, just pulling the bottom leg there. So, instead of it actually, you know, working like a regular leg, it just pulls it up and just does that. So it kind of does this. Just do that as an example. And instead of doing like that, and then like that, like a normal leg would, it goes like this, and then does this. That moves slightly, and so on. That's what I'm going for there. I hope I'll remember it, because I'm not going to put all of that right there right now. But it's going to be good. So and I really like how the frills look and the beautiful spots of it. So I think I'm actually going to make this one slightly bluish. And I think that would look pretty neat like this and like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and have like a nice little wire color going on here. Not wire, but metal. Alright, so got that. Let's just add an erase tool, switch the size to 2. Just have nice little holes going on there. And then let's go to white. White. Alright, white. Alright, there we go. And let's lower the opacity to just 68. That should do it. And that should give a nice little metallic gleam to it. There we go. Perfecto. Alright, so let's see, I added a bit of shine to it there. So let's go ahead and add the shine to this spot too. And hopefully that looks kind of shiny. Not sure how long I have, but should be enough time. Increase the brush size to 3, by the way. Let me just lower the opacity to 98 and see how that would look. I think 98 would be the ticket. 91, I should say. Oops. But yeah, I never really have too much to talk about during these. And I usually like to keep like politics out of my channel, and that's ironically what most of the topics I even have something to say about is about. So I just choose not to say anything. Alright, so got this right here. That's good like that. Whenever I hear that bird chirping, that's when I know Outer Wilds music is beginning. Such a nice thing to know. But yeah, I need to learn more about details on making stuff like shiny. Because I know just a little bit, but I don't know enough to like know exactly where to place the highlights. Because I just have vague ideas of it. Right. I think that's good. Let's just add like a little curve or something right here. But yeah, as an artist, there's still a lot of stuff that I am not as good as I would like to be at. Now, this could be fixed, argue it. I was about to say argumentatively, and it is accurate to what I mean to say, but there's a better word for it. But that better word escapes me at the moment. But, arguably, that's the word. Okay. Arguably, I could get better at it just by practicing a bunch, but I just like to draw when I feel like drawing, and when I feel like drawing, I don't really feel like practice. I just feel like having fun with it. Like, for me, whenever I make art, I don't really get a reference. I don't do like any sketch work or anything like that that regular artists do. Like, and those are the proper stuff to do. If you want to get better, those are the stuff you need to do. But for me, I just like the way I do things, and the way I do things are just getting straight into it. And it's not really it's nowhere near as good as it can be, but it's the way that I do it, and that's just the way I like it. And that's that. All right, so let's see. Should I have a puddle going around? Yeah, let's have a puddle. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and by the way, if I'm going to join, and I'll just leave a comment if I do. All right, so yeah, I think this second one is way better than the first one. It still has kind of like a retro vibe to it, but not quite as much so. In fact, it kind of looks like it kind of reminds me of Chibi Robo. Excuse me. All right. All right. Okay. So, I'm sure like most of you know who Chibi Robo is, but it's a very, very, very old game. But it's a fun game. I remember they used to have it available somewhere. I don't know where I played it, but I did not own it myself. But it was a nice little game, played as a robot. I'm just gonna draw it quickly so you can see. So it was something kind of like this. No, I don't think he had a neck. Let me just scratch that. So let's just do that. And the eyes. No wait, he did have a neck. I'm mistaken. Alright, so just gonna have this. He just had that right here. This is just a sketch, by the way. And his arms look kind of like so. Like so. You see, this is what I should be doing whenever I'm making art. I should do this first. Just make sketches, but I just like to go right into it. And this right here is basically a really rough sketch of how he looks, and the main characteristic about him, like it's a robot and he picks up trash, but this one is just going to be mopping. Right. But anyways, and he also has that plug to him too. There's a plug right on his tail. He needs to be plugged in. Forget how often it is in the game. If I remember correctly, it's every 5 minutes or so. So he needs to be plugged in at that time, or else he would just be dead. And he also has this little helicopter in his head, and in order to go faster, you can just pick up the plug and carry it right on top of your head and just go around. It's a nice little 3D platformer. I don't know if anyone could get it these days, but if it's cheap, I think it would be worth getting it for yourself. Or like just finding a place where you could play it. So yeah, that would be cool. And anyways, let's execute that right there. And let's actually move the gun over slightly. Like, I like this robot, but it doesn't fit the vibe. Not really. So I'm just gonna put oops, nope. Actually, let's do this. Let's just do whatever that shape is. Let's do a parallelogram. That don't sound right, but I guess it is. Oh wait, parallelogram. I heard that word before. I just forget the exact meaning. I think it's a shape with 4 sides to it. I forget what it is exactly. I think that's just what they call it when it's not like a square or a rectangle or a diamond or whatever it is. I think it's in that shape like slash class family. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. So anyways, no. Okay, so we got this. It's almost time. It's got 60 seconds from premiere. Alright. Alright, so got this nice looking car, a nice looking gecko that fits the vibe to it. Trying to think in my head what would be in there, and I'm guessing, yeah, a computer could be in that special. So let's see how that would look. Now, the look of this computer would probably make people think it's set like in the 2000s, but it's not. But anyways, I'm actually going to use this here because that's actually what I'm looking for, basically. Excuse me. But I could just make another one. That's the stuff right there. Let's do that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, got that. So above all, let's have the power button for it right there. Let's put this right here. Right here. It looks kind of lopsided, but I think I drew the frame that way, so to be expected, I assume. I could just use the square, but yeah. See, and that's a pretty nice looking square, so if I use the square, sure I would have a perfect one, but it wouldn't exactly be mine. I wouldn't. Alright, so we'll begin shortly now. Alright. So let me. Yeah, this is much better with that right there. Oh, my back. Wait, no, that wasn't his back. But yeah, when I said my back, it was because my back was in pain. Then my back was in pain. It made me think of David Hasselhoff, and I was thinking about David Hasselhoff because I just recalled the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and I recalled that movie just because. So when so I specifically remember the scene when David put SpongeBob on his back and just crushed his back up, but that wasn't the scene. It wasn't his back. It was actually his chest, and he just sucked SpongeBob with his chest down to the bottom of the ocean. I think that's just crazy stuff going on right there. But anyways, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. All right. Anyways, okay. What was I saying? All right. So we have this going on here, and I know the frills are usually on the top when it comes to these Tims, but let's just have some bottom frills going along the bottom. I could just have it go kind of like that to just imply that it's at the bottom right there. Excuse me. Alright, so we have that. Let's go ahead and do this. And see, I can just, do I need to make that a, oh, darn. Alright. Yeah, let's make that little keyboard going on right there. Little keyboard action. Now, would this be connected to the whole computer itself? I don't know, but it's good. It's good. So, let's actually get the line tool up in here. I'm not going to be anywhere near precise at all. So, this is going to be it. Right here. Right there. Then I'm just going to go down until I'll just make it accurate by just incorporating the space bar. And right there. Not going to add any letters or anything to it. Map is showing now on Premiere. Alright, that is good. Alright, so I might be out of time. I'm not certain right now. Alright, so just in case, let me just say if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to press that like button and subscribe in case I run out of time. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do that right there. Where's the turn? Right, I'm reading the rules to it. I'll pick which part I want in a bit. I don't want to play the music on the stream right now. But yeah, I'll do it. It seems neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that right there. But yeah, that OC Sinin map sounds like would be a nice time. Especially with whatchamacallit, with art fight coming pretty soon. Apparently people are freaking out about the rule of no using like 3D stuff or whatever it is. But I never really do that, so I won't really be affected in particular. Alright, so it's the exact same color, but for some reason this looks darker. I don't know. But anyways, let's just give this a brighter color. Brighter green. And some of those basilisk lizards are brown, so I'm just gonna add like a brown scheme to it as well. And so just brown that, and then I'll make this part like a darker green right there. And let's just make that red. But some things don't change. Alright, so just do that. Alright, so that looks good. Did a computer redid the cleaner bot, and that's a good thing that was done today. Today I also redrew most of the lizard man that you can see down here. And yeah. Trying to think of what other things would be in the premiere of like not the short that I'm making right now, but like the pilot episode. And let's see, I don't know if there would be a lawnmower. Oh, I could work on the walkie-talkies. They could be a little different themselves. So let's try that out. Alright, so got like all of this sleek kind of old stuff. Alright, so a walkie-talkie, it just has these stations on it where you just switch to it. I never held like an actual one, but I have like seen some stuff with it. So I'm thinking can have yeah, that would work. Alright, so instead of it looking like this, it's just neat, but it's fine. That works, but let's make it weird. Right, so let's move that over a tad. There we go. So now the walkie-talkie does this and this. So it's kind of similar to like an old rotary phone. Let's actually change that to right there, because that would be better. Gonna have like a dial where you can adjust the radio stations. A nice button right here. And then let's just also add that to make it just a tad smaller. Oh my. Where do we go? Yeah. Hopefully you guys are like making your own like projects too. So let's just add just 4 lines to each. And I know this one doesn't really have the frill because it just wouldn't really make much sense here. I think maybe we could make this some kind of like human technology. So let's make it like brown and gray. Okay. Yeah, there's usually an antenna to these. So let's just have it right on top. Because why not? Yeah, so that's a decent enough looking walkie-talkie. Wonder if it being foldable could be fun. Right. Anyways, let's just go with the color. And I'm gonna make it kind of brown. The music is relaxing to you fellas, to all of y'all. So let's just have that be that. Let's have a regular button on the side there. And just this. That's a decent looking enough walkie-talkie, in my opinion. You know what, let's add some neon to this tin right here. I think neon would do it well. So that's good right there. Let's go up a layer and lower the opacity ever so slightly. There we go. Oh, there's a nice little glow to it. Should be some extra stuff there, but that's fine. we have like so much of that good stuff right there. By the way, if you're still here, I was thinking like with the OC like 710 that maybe I can like do Elmo in, because that is like something. It's not really something that I made directly, but it is like a video that I did that I kind of enjoyed. So I was just wondering that. If not, I'll probably just do my profile picture character, because he's a pretty cool looking OC. That's already mine. Actually, maybe I'll just do that one instead. Alright, yeah, I think that would probably be better, since I actually made that one. Alright, so we got this right here. You know, it would have been easier to just copy the line and do that instead of just and recolor it, instead of just making a square and adding lines after. But sometimes I just don't think about that kind of stuff. Alright, so I think that works better now. Right, so 3 stuff were made. I feel like I'm definitely nearly out of time, if not out of time. But I'm gonna keep going until I have confirmation of it. Alright, so. Alright, let's see. Got a computer, got a walkie-talkie. Maybe I should label these. Alright. I can't really hear it, so I'm just gonna up it a bit. Let's make the color black. This one's obviously a car, but just label it anyway. Alright, so got 5 tins that will basically be used in the animation, which is good. Let's see, what else will be used in the animation? I'm thinking back to what I had wrote. I don't really see them getting into the backpack business, so Caleb's pack should be fine. They likely wouldn't get into fashion. Alright, so cars, got that, computer, walkie-talkie. I would actually use this one in the short, so that's a really good one. I want to make this color a bit darker though. Yeah, it's better. Alright, so yeah, I need to think of more of like the stuff that it would be done. Like, I know I probably want like lawnmowers somewhere in the story. So let's do something kind of like that. And I do draw these at like a weird angle, but that helps me like know what I want it to look like from like both sides. And so this would basically be a lawnmower. Like I said, this is a very weird angle. Right, so we got that right here. And let's try this at like a normal angle. And so this lawnmower just has a big blade at the bottom. Just a wheel right there. And so have that. Let's just add another wheel right here. And right here. And side view is like much easier to do. Yeah, I'm gonna add like a slight tail tool to the lawnmower. I'm gonna make this one brown. Make this one kind of like a brownish orange. Oh, there we go. Right, so we got that right here. Just have this here and this here. And that. So that could be like the pedal or something. Got that. Let's just put this here. Alright, so there we go. Got that. This is here too. And let's just make sure that that's like that. And this is more connected to here. Just to make it look a little better. And there we go. Sorry if you heard that. Ears were itching me. So let's have the pedal go here, here, and here. Right, so that's looking good. Right, perfect. I think I might be lagging. I think the robot voice might be happening. I'm not sure. I think I might be lagging. My voice might be happening. I'm not sure. And it's not. It's just. I guess it's not lagging that badly. I am able to draw relatively circled lines. Or, since this is a different microphone, maybe it's something else entirely. Alright, anyways. That's nice. Pretty shaky lines. With so much personality and style. I love them. Thank you, Super Mega Boy. Also, welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's see, do I want these I think without the spikes would be better. Right, but anyways, so far I'm doing like all of these basically redesigns of common objects. So I'm basically trying to get the style of Fudiger Aero, what's this one called? Retro Futurism and Steampunk. And I'm just combining it with the style of a lizard, because I'm pretending these lizard men made them. And that's what I'm basically doing here. So basically, I didn't really change this one too much, it's just have frills to everything. Maybe I can make this like a three-wheeler car, but I don't know. But yeah, this is such a weird angle to draw a car in for me. So, I also did a walkie-talkie, a computer. I made this one the last stream. I actually made the car last stream too. But I think the one that I'm most proud of is this one. Took some heavy inspirations from Chibi Robo. That's a really old game. And yeah, this is also going to be stuff I'm going to put in the animations that I'm making. And this is a gun here. We have a lawnmower. I should actually write that down. And I'll write it down right in between the two of them. So lawnmower. Lawnmower. Okay, so we got that right there. Figured I would save quickly because it feels like it's gonna crash soon. I don't know. But the day is so beautiful. You guys ever look outside and just see the sun? Like, as it's coming up. Of course, you see the sun at some point throughout the day. Excuse me. So, alright, so let me move that over a bit. Alright, it's just being heard now. And I'm not sure how much the microphone was unplugged. But, so... Okay, hopefully it's being heard now. I see the line going up now. So I'm assuming it's being heard now. I'm not too sure how many tins will be in the premiere itself. Alright, gun. No, I'm gonna redraw that so it looks like that, because that is a nice looking gun. I'm gonna make the walkie-talkie look like this. Gonna have a nice reference photo for myself. This will be it. Computer will probably appear in Caleb's room, or maybe I can have like a computer room or something. These cars, but destroyed, would be elsewhere. That reminds me, since these are green already, I have to, since a lot of the world is going to be decayed, I have to see how they would look with rot and stuff to them. Basically, how they would look old and decayed. Right, so let's try that. Let's make it a little more gray and just rust this out. I'll do it in a lot of layers so I don't mess this up too badly. So something kind of like that, and then having grass grow all around it. That'll be a pretty neat thing to see. Oh, it just occurred to me, I should have asked Super Meat Boy to subscribe, because I do this like randomly. But that thought completely escaped me. Oh well. Well, I'm sure he did if he wanted to. Alright, so we got this right here. Let's have some broken windows right here. Must remember, this is a different layer, so gotta break all of it. Alright, so that worked. Got a nice like rusty look to it. I should get like pictures of rust so I can do it better, because I know rust, it has this kind of vibe, but it can look a whole lot more grimy and dusty, because this is going to be set like 1 year after the apocalypse, and I'm making this stuff look pristine, and that is not going to cut it. But anyways, it's been over an hour. I don't really have any idea what I want to make next, so you can just put it down below, or just put it in the comments or something. I'll probably do a little call to action. I think I'm going to like put this into a video in itself, and that would be pretty nice. Alright, so If you enjoyed this, press like, and if you really enjoyed this, subscribe, because that would be very awesome. And yeah, so subscribe if you like to, and this will be it for now and for today. Till next time, this is Invasion Animation signing out. Goodbye.